What's up, YouTube? The Rain Man here. In this video, we'll be talking about the event coming up this weekend, which is going to be the 3rd anniversary Hall of Heroes. Every year for the anniversary, they actually do a Hall of Heroes. The first one, they actually had a vote, and that was the second year, the second anniversary. Had a choice of choosing one of 5 monsters. They did the same thing again this year for the 3rd anniversary. You have a choice of one of 5 monsters that you can run for the Hall of Heroes. Right off the bat, Diaz. Go for the Dark Death Knight. If you do not have him, get that Dark Death Knight. So we're going to say that right now. Alright. This event is going to be running from the 21st through the 23rd. So you'll be starting Friday and be running through Sunday. Global time, of course. Of these 5 monsters, we have the Fire Brawny Magician, the Water Samurai, the Wind Cobalt Bomber, the Light Sylph, and the Dark Death Knight. If you do not have him, run the Dark Death Knight. I'll say it again. Run the Dark Death Knight. So as with other Hall of Heroes, there will be 10 floors. You will get 25 pieces for each floor. So you will be limited to... What is this thing doing? There we go. Okay. You'll be limited to 25 pieces per floor. 10 floors, you should be able to get 250 pieces. If you can run all 10 floors. So, but you will need 50 pieces to summon the monster. If you can, try to run floor 1. If you're an early player, go and try to run floor 1. See if you get those 25 pieces. That way you've got those 25 pieces. Even if you can't run floor 2, you've got those 25 pieces. So later on when you get into guilds and start running guild and start doing guild battles and get guild points, you can go to the shop and buy 25 of those pieces in the guild shop. Let's see if I can get to it quickly. Quick. Gotta get there quick. Alright. Nope. Not that one. Alright. Guild shop. You'd be the almighty summoning pieces. So you can have, you can buy as many of these as you want, but you will only be able to use 25. So if you have 25 pieces, you can use 25 to summon that monster and you're done. Those 25 pieces are gone. So at least you will have 25 pieces of the monster so you can actually summon it later if you don't pull it before then. So you have that option. Like I said, run floor 1 if you can and get those 25 pieces if nothing else. So we'll start with Diaz. We'll go over his moves and see what... We'll go over each monster, see what their moves are. Like I said, if you do nothing else, run the Diaz dungeon and get him. Where is Diaz? I'm looking right over him. I know I am. I am looking right past him. Really? Am I really this blind right now? I really am. I am looking right over him. I know I am, and it is tripping me out. Why can I not see him? There he is. There he is. Okay. Alright, so Diaz. This is a raid monster. This is... If you're not running raids yet, go ahead and get him. So you've got him. Alright, so first skill. Unleashes a fatal blow on the enemy, disrupting the target's HP recovery for 2 turns with a 50% chance. Second skill. Attacks the enemy 2 times and weakens the attack power and defense for 2 turns with a 75% chance for each attack. This attack will deal more damage according to your max HP. So we got an HP based attack here. And he has a passive move. Decreases the chance of receiving a critical hit by 50%. And reduces the damage that other allies receive by 15%. Does not stack with other damage reduction effects. So his passive will not stack with Darian's passive. The digital breakup is unreal there. Really? Cannot get that to go away. There we go. Alright, cool. Alright, increase the resistance of ally monsters by 30%. That is his leader skill. So the resistance of ally monsters is great for raids. All of his moves are good for raids, including his passive. So, just definitely Diaz. Get Diaz. If you do not already have him, definitely get him. Alright, so the light monster was a light sylph. So if I can find the light sylph. There we go, it's right there. Alright, so the light sylph I'm not even going to try to say that name. So the first skill throws a small spirit at the enemy and increases your critical rate by 30% at the next turn if you get a critical hit. Second skill attacks all enemies with a cyclone 2 times. Each attack has a 40% chance to increase the enemy's chance of landing a glancing hit for 2 turns. How many times can we get chance in that word? So he's got an AoE that hits twice and has a chance to put glancing. Alright, second one attacks all enemies with a cyclone 4 times. Each attack has a 20% chance to stun the enemy. So you also have another AoE move. It hits 4 times and has a chance to stun. If you wanted to go for this one, you could probably go for a Despair set on this one. Since he does hit twice, since he does have 2 AoE moves. And can get some crowd control going on with it. You could probably use this monster, would probably mostly be used in PvP, in arena or live arena. Possibly guild battles as well. Maybe even TOA. Maybe the Trial of Ascension probably could be used in there. And the dungeon has increased the attack speed of ally monsters in the dungeons by 24%. So, also got a speed leader skill there as well. So the wind one, the wind cobalt bomber, is somewhere in here. There he is. It's Taurus. So his first skill attacks the enemy with a bomb. The damage increases by 15% for each harmful effect on the enemy. So if he's got 3 debuffs on him, so you get defense break, a heal block, and attack break on him, that's 45% damage increase, if I'm reading that right. Damage increases by 15% for each harmful effect on the enemy, so yes. The damage will go up higher if he has more debuffs on him. Second skill installs a bomb that goes off after 2 turns on all enemies and increases the attack bar by 50%. So your attack bar gets a boost when you land this move. Also puts a bomb on all the enemies. The bomb will stun and ignores defense. So it's a pretty good attack move. Paired with Sierra or the Fire Pirate Captain. That way you can set the bombs off. Well, Sierra can set the bombs off. The Fire Pirate Captain will set off a bomb. So it's got a single target when it sets the bomb off. Taurus' third skill detonates an electric bomb to attack all enemies and increases their skill cooldown for 1 turn. So you got an AoE move that actually does a skill cooldown. Not too bad. Leader skill increases the accuracy of wind monsters by 50%. So that's everywhere. It's not limited to this one location. So this monster is probably best used maybe in guild or arena scenarios. That's probably the best place for guild or arena. Especially paired off with Sierra or the Fire Pirate Captain. That way you got someone to set the bomb off. That's probably the best bet for that. Alright, the water monster that is available is the Water Samurai. There he is. Kaz. So the first skill. Quickly draws the sword to attack the enemy. Decreases the target's defense for 2 turns with a 50% chance. This skill has a 10% chance to activate the Sword of the Supreme Skywolf. So you get defense break on the first move. So revenge might not be a bad idea for this one. Now you get a defense break. Alright, shoots. Second skill. Shoots a sharp energy from the sword. Your attack speed is increased for 2 turns if the attack lands as a critical hit. This skill has a 20% chance to activate the Sword of the Supreme Skywolf. So, being an attacker, you're going to want your crit rate high to begin with. So if you actually land a critical hit, you can get a speed boost. His third skill. Quickly draws the sword to attack an enemy 2 times, with each attack having a 50% chance to decrease the target's attack bar by 50%. The damage increases according to your attack speed. This skill has a 50% chance to activate the Sword of the Supreme Skywolf. So you can draw your sword, hit the enemy, hit one enemy twice. Each attack has a 50% chance to decrease the attack bar by 50%. So there's a chance that you could take the attack bar down completely. And of course, with a speed boost from the second skill, that third skill is going to hit harder. Alright, Sword of the Supreme Skywolf. Attacks all enemies with a secret skill that deals substantial damage, that ignores all beneficial effects, that reduces the inflicted damage. Generates a shield which is proportional to your level and lasts for 1 turn if the Sword of the Supreme Skywolf is activated. So this guy's going to be a single target hitter. He only has one AoE move, and that is actually has to be activated for it to be able to be used. So he probably uses this would probably, if you were to run this one, it would be more for skill ups for the dark or light samurai. The fire was not bad either. There was a fire samurai Hall of Heroes 2 months ago, I believe it was. So the fire samurai's not a bad one. The light and dark ones are much better than the fire one, or in my opinion, and I've seen a lot of other people's opinions as well. So, alright, the fire monster that's available is going to be the Fire Brownie Magician, which is there. Alright, Reiko. His first skill bounces towards the enemy to attack and gets another turn with a 30% chance. So he can actually hit somebody and can go again. So he's got built-in violent proc on his first move, which will actually be able to get his other moves available sooner as well. Second skill attacks all enemies with giant orbs, decreasing their defense for 1 turn. This attack lands as a crushing hit, regardless of the enemy's attribute. It doesn't matter if it's a water or fire or wind or what. It doesn't matter what the attribute is. It's going to land as a crushing hit every time. It will land as a crushing hit regardless of the enemy's attribute. So I don't want to say every time because you maybe have glancing on it that will probably affect that. So, third skill blows a whistle to recover 30% of the attack bar of all allies and gives immunity effect for 2 turns. So you have a full team attack bar boost as well as immunity for 2 turns. Now, that is just immunity. That does not cleanse any debuffs on you. That is just immunity. So that prevents any more debuffs from coming in. His later skills actually increases the HP of ally monsters by 25%. So it's not a great increase. So you're not going to be using this monster for his later skill, that's for sure. But it's not a bad monster to get. You'd probably be better off using that one if you were to run this dungeon. To use it for skills for Orion or Gemini. Those are the more common ones as well. Mostly since Gemini was a Hall of Heroes a few months ago as well. So that's all 5 of the monsters that are available for the Hall of Heroes this weekend. Like I said, you get to choose one, and that's the only one you get to choose. You can't run one and then go back and choose another one. That's not an option. Once you pick it, that's yours for that weekend. So, and again, my choice is go for the Death Knight if you do not already have him. If you do have him and he's not max skilled, you may want to get skill ups. If you do have him and he is max skilled, you may want to, if you have him and Brienne, Diaz and Brienne are probably the better or the more well-rounded Death Knights that you could use just about anywhere. So, but like I said, you probably use these for skill ups for either one of them if you already do have a Diaz. So, but like I said, Diaz, run the Dark Death Knight. The Dark Death Knight is the one you want to run. If your Diaz and Brand is already skilled up, you can run one of the other ones if you so choose to do so. Like I said, it's going to be up to it's going to be a personal preference for that. So if you need skills for your Taurus, or you need skills for your Dark Samurai, or Orion needs skill ups for the Brownie Magician. So The light sylph, I would probably actually keep the light sylph if you were to run that one. Keep one, at least. So, but like I said before, with any Hollow Heroes or any of the secret dungeons, run it and get at least one. That way, if there's a buff later, you've got it. I know some have been buffed later on, and suddenly everyone wants to get one, and they didn't run the Hollow Heroes or the secret dungeons when it came around. So. But that's going to be it for this video. If you like it, hit the thumbs up. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. I'll do my best to answer them to the best of my ability. And until next time, have fun. Later.